Sam from Team Samurai X1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with the deck profile that you guys have all been waiting for, the new ABCs that has just yet been released in the new Seto Kaiba 2016 structure deck. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Throughout the deck profile guys, I'll be explaining to you guys some of my card choices and the reasons why I play them. For those of you who do not want to watch this video and listen to my annoying voice, make sure you guys check out the description box below for the deck list of this deck, because right now it is about 2 a.m. in the morning, so I'm just very tired. I came back from school, I just came back from midterm, so I'm just trying to post this content for you guys as soon as possible, because you guys have been bombarding me with messages on Facebook asking me for that ABC deck profile. So here it is. If you guys check the description box below and the deck list is still not yet there, I'll make sure I have it done by the morning. So guys, please be patient. I got you guys on the deck list. And guys, this is going to be a rank 4 version of the ABCs. I believe that this version is very powerful. I felt like it's less gimmicky in my personal opinion than the Galaxy build. But you know what? If you guys do want to see the Galaxy build, make sure you guys smash thumbs up button. I'll make sure to post my second version of the Galaxy / Cyber Dragon Infinity build for the ABCs. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys stay tuned till the morning to see that deck profile, and make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. Nonetheless, the rank 4 ABCs are very consistent. That's why I really love this version. Being able to just summon Photon Thrasher, going to your Tsukiyomis, going to your combo plays is just very strong. So you know what, sometimes I prefer the rank 4 version over the Cyber Dragon Infinity version. That's in my personal opinion, but that's for you guys to decide which version is better. Before I get started with this deck profile, if you guys haven't yet seen my in-depth analysis on how to beat ABCs, if you guys are just searching on how to beat ABCs, I'll leave a link in the description box below or an annotation right here. There should be an information card popping up. That video will showcase you guys all the side deck cards and how to beat ABCs. For the monsters, of course, you want to play the very standard triple A Assault Core, triple B Buster Drake, and last but not least, triple C Crush Wyvern. C Crush Wyvern, basically when it's equipped to a machine monster, basically it makes that monster unaffected by trap effects, B makes sure that it's unaffected by spell effects, and A makes sure that it's unaffected by monster effects, which is really good. And also A Assault Core has a secondary effect where, if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you basically get to add another Union monster from your graveyard to your hand. So if let's say you have 2 copies of A Assault Core in the graveyard, and one goes to the grave, what you can do is that you can activate one to basically re-add the other to hand, which is pretty awesome. So this card basically is the Warrior Return of the Life for the deck. The B Buster Drake is your reinforcement of the army for the deck, because if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add any Union monster from your deck to your hand, which is very good. And C Crush Wyvern, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can basically special summon a Union monster from your hand. So this card basically unclogs your hand to make Tsukiyomi. This card makes you search, so it's a built-in reinforce of your army, and A Assault Core is your Warrior Returning Alive for the deck, which is really good. And once it's equipped to a light machine monster, what happened is that if the machine monster would be destroyed by battle by a card effect, you can basically destroy this equipped card instead. And once they're destroyed, you can basically use their effects, since it was sent from the field to the graveyard, to trigger off their effects. So if this was equipped to basically Dragon Buster, and Dragon Buster would be destroyed, you can destroy B Buster Drake instead. This card would be destroyed. Since it was destroyed, it will basically get to search a Union monster from your deck to your hand, which is actually pretty good. So that's pretty much it. It's very standard. Triple A, B, and C's. It's as easy as 1, 2, and 3, son. And next off, of course, you're gonna play, of course, triple Photon Thrasher. No money for the ultimate, of course, because I cannot afford that. But you know what? I can afford the Starfoil version though. Looks just as good. So I got 2 Starfoils and of course 1 rare. Photon Thrasher is a really powerful card. It's also your reinforcement of the army target. There's a really good thing about this card is that this card is a free summon, and another good thing is that it's a light, so you can help make your Tsukiyomi, which is very powerful. And the really good thing about this card against Kirin, or against Magic Specters, specifically against Kirin, what you can do is that if you going second and they have a Kirin on board, Kirin is a very problematic card for you to deal with. So what you can do at this point is that you can just special summon the Thrasher, enter battle phase, enter battle phase, swing over the Kirin. You guys have to remember, Photon Thrasher is 2100 attack, which is 100 bigger than Kirin. So you can just special summon Photon Thrasher, tag into the Kirin, and they're forced to tag out. If they bounce this card back, okay, you basically get a free summon again, which is pretty awesome. So this card is like your Kirin destroyer, in my personal opinion. So triple Photon Thrasher, really good, and also helps you make your Diamond Direwolf, and it basically further extends your combo plays, which is very powerful. So triple Photon Photon Thrasher. Very standard. Next, we're going to play, of course, 2 gold and 2 silver. The Tin Goldfish or the Goblinberg of the deck, in my personal opinion. Really, really good. Helps you make your, your first turn Tsukiyomi, which is pretty awesome. And also helps unclogs your hand, which is pretty good as well. So this card just basically helps extend your combo plays as well. So double gold and double silver. Very, very self-explanatory. Really good thing about these cards and all the machine monsters in the deck is that it is searchable through Gear X, which is pretty cool. Next off, for the hand traps, I do play double Gameciel, double Maxi, and 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. In my personal opinion, I feel like these hand traps are really, really good because it helps me combat whether or not I am going first or I am going second. Especially if I'm going second, which most ABC players will always go first, and they will let you go second if you do not win the die roll. What you can do is that if you, eventually draw into, of course, a Gameciel, Maxi, or Ghost Ogre, you're basically able to interrupt a lot of your opponent's plays, especially Ghost Ogre, especially during the mirror match. So if they go Union Hanger, they'll search and they summon the monster, and they attempt to activate a Union Hanger second effect. You can basically Ghost Ogre them, which is pretty powerful. And also same thing with Maxi, basically stops them from basically going off. If you go off, you basically get a lot of hand advantage, which is why Maxi is just really, really good. And Gameciel, I main that Gameciel because I felt like I want to be able to combat with the meta as much as I can. I want to be able to have a good a good first game matchup going second if my opponent were to let me go second. Gameciel is just a really good card. It's an easy 1 card problematic out against ABC, Dragon Buster against the mirror match, and it's also an easy 1 card out to Beatrice, Spirit Dragon, and you guys all know how good Kaijus are in general. So that's why I believe that maining Gameciels or maining Kamungus is really, really good in this format, especially against the ABC mirror match. So Gameciel is just a really, really good card overall. So that's pretty much it for your monsters off to our spells. You need to play triple copies of Union Hanger. This card is really, really powerful. On activation, it's a search, so it's basically a 10 key of the deck. And also when a Union monster is a summon or normal summon or special summon, basically get to equip a Union monster from your deck, directly from your deck to that monster, which is pretty awesome. So that way that this card literally helps you make your first turn ABC Dragon Buster. So you want to see this card in your hand as much as possible. Card is really, really powerful, guys. Next one play, of course, triple terraforming. That way that you can open up this card. You want to open up this card as much as possible. So triple terraforming helps you get to that. Next one play, of course, on Reinforcing the Army. Opening up this card means you open up Photon Thrasher, which means is your 1 card easy out to Kirin, which is pretty awesome. So Reinforcing the Army, really good. Next one play, of course, double Twin Twister, really good card going second. And you know what? Discarding your ABs and C's to the graveyard doesn't really hurt that much because you can just banish them for your ABC Dragon Buster. So Twin Twister just helps get rid of problematic back row, such as strikes. Anti-Spell Fragments can actually sometimes hurt because, sometimes you want to resolve your Union Hanger as soon as possible. So getting rid of those problematic back rows is just really, really good overall. So double Twin Twister. And last but not least, you want to play, of course, the 1 Upstart Goblin to round off our spell lineup. And guys, I do not play Pot of Desires because I do not have the money for Pot of Desires, but if I do have it, I would definitely play Pot of Desires, and I'll showcase you guys on what cards to take out for Pot of Desires in a sec after I showcase you guys my trap lineup. You guys can say that this version is kind of a little bit budget for those who cannot afford Pot of Desires, but I'll tell you guys what to take out if you guys want to play Pot of Desires, which I believe is a really, really good card in this deck because you're basically playing 3Ls with everything in the deck. So you'll play, of course, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, triple Anti-Spell Fragrance, especially going first, opening this card against the Pendulum matchup is GG no Reman. This card is just very, very powerful. If you guys don't have this card, you guys can play other, other back row hate such as, Quaking Mirror Force, Drowning Mirror Force, things like that, which is can be pretty good. And I would prefer Storming Mirror Forces and Quaking Mirror Force over the Drownings because you're more than likely going to have monster on the field, or you can even play Torrential Tribute or things like that, which is pretty good as well. So at least main 2 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance in my personal opinion. But I want to see this card as soon as possible, especially if I'm going first. So yeah, Strip Anti-Spell, 1 Solemn Warning, last but not least, triple Solemn Strike. Very, very powerful. Really good against the mirror match as well. This card easily stops the ABC Dragon Buster summon, which is pretty awesome. So that's pretty much it for your traps. Very, very heavy traps in my personal opinion. And I told you guys on what cards you guys should take out for, what is it called? For, for Pot of Desires. I would take out the Bottomless Trap Hole, okay, and a Ghost Ogre, in my personal opinion. A Ghost Ogre, or you can take out a 1 Anti-Spell, okay? So either take out any one of these, Okay, and take out any two of these combinations, preferably even these two or even these two, and you add in your Pot of Desires. That's what I would do to add in double Pot of Desires. I feel like Pot of Desires is actually needed in the deck, but I just don't have money. I'm broke, I'm poor. No money for Pot of Desires at all, because that card is just overpriced, in my personal opinion. So take out, I know a lot of you guys that are watching this probably have Pot of Desires, and want to have an idea what to take out. So I'll take out these two cards, or either these two, or a combination of these two. Now actually take out Boundless and take out any one of these two and add in your Pot of Desires. So that's pretty much it. It's very, very standard. Now let's go off to your side deck. A lot of you guys have been asking me for my sides. I'm going to be, incorporating the side deck back into my videos now. So of course, triple systems down, hands down. Triple hit systems down, hands down. This card is very, really powerful, especially against the mirror match. You guys all know how good Systems Down is. Don't have a third copy, so I, fortunately have to proxy. Please don't hate me. Play, of course, a third Twin Twister. Really, really good. You can play, of course, double Ally of Justice, Psycho Raider. Really good against the Blue Eyes matchup, and also good against the mirror match. Helps banish, of course, any A, Bs, or Cs in the graveyard that your opponent has. Next round play, of course, double Kumongous, the sticky string Kaiju, which is pretty awesome. Kaiju is really good overall. Well, you want to side this against Blue Eyes and even against the mirror match as well, which is pretty awesome. One Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, triple Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, very, very standard. And of course, one Spirit Dragon, one Dante, and last but not least, low key card, guys, Union Scramble. Okay, this card is actually very, very powerful. If you guys are thinking about it, every ABC deck, in my personal opinion, are gonna have a similar like this. They're gonna have a similar side like this. Okay, you're gonna see Systems Down, you're gonna see Winter Cherries, you're gonna see Ghost Ogres, you're gonna see these. Like it's like a very standard side deck. So I counter side my opponent, especially against the mirror match, with Union Scramble. If you guys don't know what Union Scramble does, is that you target up to 3 of your banished light machine type normal monsters, or light machine type Union monsters, special summon them. During either player's turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your, banished light normal or machine Union monster and add it to your hand, which is pretty awesome. So basically, if your opponent banishes all of your cards with Systems Down, you can basically activate Union Scramble to basically special summon it back. And if they die, they basically get their effects to search or add cards from the grave or special summon from the hand, which is pretty awesome. So a lot of people use Return from the Different Dimension to counter side against Systems Down, but I believe that Union Scramble is just overall a better card because you can banish it to add another banished monster that was banished directly to your hand, which is pretty awesome. So Union Scramble, a really low key card in my personal opinion. So that's pretty much it for the side. Side is actually very standard. You guys can side on however you guys want to, but this is, I believe, is the standard side deck. Alright guys, so let's go off to your extra deck real quick. You want to play, of course, triple ABC Dragon Buster. This card is really good. For the Silver is that it's a quick effect. You can summon him multiple times per turn, and it has a quick effect during either player's turn where you can discard a card to banish a card on the field. So you can banish Scales, banish monsters, banish the problematic monster your opponent tries to bring out. Return of the Dragon Lords won't even activate because this card is not destroyed, it banishes. So ABC Dragon Buster is really good. And during your opponent's turn, you can basically tribute this card to special summon 3 of your banished machine ABCs from your banished zone, which is pretty awesome. So that way that Union Hanger can also trigger, which is pretty good. So triple ABC Dragon Buster, and it's also really good because you are siding cherries and you can just reveal your own ABC Dragon Buster to banish all your opponent's Dragon Buster, which is pretty awesome. So triple ABC Dragon Buster, double Bujintai Tsukiyomi, the second best XYZ monster in the deck in my personal opinion. Card is really good. It basically helps you with Union Hanger and Photon Thrash and things like that. Union Hanger basically gets all your pieces to the field, and once you overlay them, and if you have a Buster Drake equipped with the monster that you overlay for Tsukiyomi, Buster Drake will basically get to add the missing piece to your hand, and you activate Tsukiyomi's fetch to basically ditch the hand to draw 2 cards, and now you have 3 materials in the graveyard. Banish 3 to bring out the Buster Dragon, which is pretty awesome. So this card helps you draw into your combo pieces, helps you discard your combo pieces to make ABC Buster Dragon. It also helps you make you see your traps like Anti-Spell or things like that, which is pretty awesome. So double Tsukiyomi, double Direwolf. This card is really good because for the Soul Reverse that it baits out cards like Solemn Warning, Solemn Strikes, and it also helps detach 2 XYZ materials with this card because you're gonna be detaching 1 to destroy itself, to destroy a card your opponent control, and then all those materials will go to the graveyard regardless. So Direwolf is like one of the best baiter cards as an XYZ, and once it goes to the graveyard or it gets stopped, doesn't matter, you still have your materials in the graveyard since it was attached to Diamond Direwolf to make your ABC Dragon Buster, which is very strong. So double Direwolf. This I love. Double Utopia Lightning and double Utopia, in my personal opinion, dude, Lightning is just too good. Very, very powerful cards. I felt like I go into, these cards the most. Like, I go into these cards the most. Sometimes I always felt like I always needed a second Lightning, because Lightning just a really overall powerful card to basically out anything. So in my personal opinion, I love playing 2 Utopia and 2 Lightning, because it's actually a very impactful card. You guys want to play, of course, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Castell, 1 Daigatsu Emerald, and last but not least, 1 Gear Gigan X. So that's pretty much it for our extra deck, guys. Very, very generic extra deck. If you guys do not want to play double Lightning and double Utopia, what you guys can do is cut these 2 out and basically add in another Paladynamo, or maybe I don't know, maybe a Giant Hand or a Trap Chicks with Fleesia if you are playing any Bottomless Trap Hole cards or any Trap Hole cards in the main deck. So that's pretty much it for my deck profile, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. If you guys enjoyed this deck list, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys think I am missing something, if you guys think I should be making different changes to the deck, make sure you guys tell me in the comment section below. I love to read feedback. I love when you guys give me feedback and things like that, especially constructive criticisms. It really helps me build as a player. I'm trying to help you guys, build the right deck list for your own play style. So make sure you guys just use my deck list as a guide on what you guys want to play in your decks. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. This is Sam from Team Channel Sam signing out. Make sure you guys smash thumbs up button for the Galaxy version. Alright, guys. Peace.